up, everybody, and welcome to the Till the Wheels Fall Off podcast. I am your host, Spice from SpiceLifeTv, and this is my husband, your other co-host.
And I'm Creed, and we're here to bring y'all the podcast that we talk about relationships, reentry on a real level, and we learn and grow together too. So we're glad to see y'all with us.
Okay. Well, welcome back, you guys. Thank you for being here. We have had some spotty attendance, babe. Yeah. So we were working on that, like we told you. I don't even know if we told them everything that's been going on.
We haven't. I think the last time we talked about was the whole water main issue.
Oh, right.
A lot.
Right.
And that stuff happened.
Yeah.
We haven't told them about the beautifulness.
We've had a lot. We've been here. We've not been here. Literally in the state and then not in the state. What we were working up to telling you guys before we had all of our stuff happen is that we were going on our honeymoon. And so that was why we missed the first week. When you saw that gap about 2 weeks ago, that first week was just because we were on our honeymoon and we were going to shoot a podcast while we were down there. That didn't quite work out. And I don't know if I told you, but the day before we left, my computer crashed. So the one that I had ready to go out while we were away, I couldn't get set up because my computer messed up. And because it crashed, we lost so much footage. I lost very important footage, special footage that literally still makes me tear up when I think about it. But his coming home footage was on there that we were working on, and I was in the process of backing it up when this whole catastrophe happened. So it was just awful. But that was one of the things. And then we came back from our trip, which we are going to spend the whole episode telling you about our vacation. But we came back and your girl got like a sinus infection, and it was very bad. And I was out for another week. I sounded horrible. Didn't even have a voice at one point. Then I had my like sexy phlegm voice for a while that I was really digging because I felt edgy. I was like,
She tried it, y'all.
I was trying to sing in it. I was like, what, babe? What do you need? I felt so cool with my little edgy voice.
Yeah. She tried it, y'all. Called me at work, left me a voicemail and everything at work.
I was trying to be soft and sultry, and then every once in a while I'd be like,
Yeah, for real. Yeah, it was an experience though. Come back and see baby go down like that, because that's the week we want to be like up, and we're thinking about the memories and all that, and all she could really think about was how do I get my head from hurting, or how do I stop this cough, or
and it was just pressure, my throat. Oh, the cough was bad. It was awful.
Yeah.
But anyway, we are back, and the goal is to get on our weekly routine.
We back.
So
we're doing our thing.
We've been cooking up some topics for you guys. We've been working on some subjects. Babe's gonna host a couple shows or take the lead on a few shows. So we've got some things in store. So thank you for bearing with us. Just jump right in and talk about.
Let's go.
Where we've been for a little while. But even since we've been back, we've still been in like honeymoon bliss.
Oh, for sure. But the world been waiting on us. So why make them wait any longer?
Tell them, babe. Where'd we go?
We went to Hawaii, specifically the island of Kauai. Tell them about it, babe.
The best island in the world.
Yeah.
Man, I mean, mind you, that's the only island I've really been to. But it was a hell of a first island to go to. It was amazing.
Yeah, we definitely adopted it only because it adopted us first.
It did.
Yeah, it was dope.
It was beautiful. From the time we got there, like, it just felt... I mean, I honestly was a little nervous because y'all know I get hot and I do not like being hot. I hate it. Mm-hmm. And I was worried about going to Hawaii and it just being too hot. But I figured that time of year, we should be good. When I tell you that weather was so perfect the entire time. Mm-hmm. The breeze was always going. There was never no stagnant air, no stagnant hot, wet air, nothing like that. And it wasn't even very humid. I thought it was going to be super humid.
No.
Not at all. It was amazing.
Yeah, it was dope. It was dope. It felt good all the time. I was in shorts. And even when I wasn't in shorts, like I went to the beach in jeans and a polo.
I know.
And I mean, I was like, man, this is dope because it wasn't hot. It felt good being out there. Like it was the weather was always perfect. It felt like San Diego.
It was
but better.
Oh, I've never been to San Diego, but it was amazing. Like I can't wait to go back. We literally came back while we were there. I was looking up trips. Like, how soon can we get back? We were looking up real estate. Like we were. I was ready to move.
Yeah.
Let's sell everything and just move down there. We met some incredible people down there.
Yeah, pretty dope.
Yeah. Okay, so do we want to just kind of give a rundown of what we did when we got there?
Start from the beginning. Yeah, let's start from the beginning.
Break down the first day, because I'm kind of. We get there. Oh, we wore our shirts. Maybe I'll put in clips.
Yeah, for sure.
I made him wear shirts. Mind you, I bought these shirts when I thought we were originally going to go on our honeymoon. But I bought more shirts when we had more time so we could wear more.
Shirts, y'all.
So we didn't wear all of them, but they were cute little shirts. Like, so we had the ones when we went down, it was like, it said, honeymoon, we're honeymooning, give us upgrades, please, or something like that.
Free upgrades, yeah.
Fail!
Yeah, we didn't get no upgrades.
We didn't get no upgrades. We got to the resort. Did we?
They gave us a couple free drinks.
They gave everybody.
No, but it was still dope because she had me in them shirts, y'all, and
it was so cute.
But it was fun. We on vacation and all that, and it was like, damn, this is fun. You know what I'm saying? People reading our shirts and all that.
And everybody
I ain't
was like,
wearing that shirt to JCPenney, but I'll wear the shirt to Hawaii.
Everybody was like, congratulations, but nobody was like, here's a drink. Anyway, so we get to our resort, which was really just down the way from the airport. So Lihue. No, the E is the A. I think it
Lihue.
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 Anyway, we were there. That was the city that we were in Kauai, and we stayed at the Kauai Beach Spa and Resort, and it was a really dope resort. Like, it was really chill. So let me just tell you this: when you go to Kauai, do not go for like the most upgraded places or like the most glitzy and glammy and nightlife-y kind of stuff. That's not what you're going to Kauai for. Now, I'm not saying that it's like run down.
No, not at all.
But it is very much more country, more like just simple living, very quiet, very peaceful. Nothing super exciting. There's
more
like
extravagant.
There's like 2 bars on the whole island. Like, it's very chill.
Yeah,
like
very
super chill. And that was what we wanted. We didn't want to have like. We didn't want to be just hustle and bustle. We wanted to just go and like chill on the beach and just
kick our feet up.
Exactly. Yeah. And Kauai is perfect for that. You get there, I mean, when I tell you green, now we're from Washington State and we are used to green. Green is what this state is always. We always have enough rain and sun to keep everything nice and pretty and green. But it has nothing on the green that Hawaii has.
Nah, we used to think so. I used to think Washington was probably like the greenest place.
That green is like, they almost got fluorescent green.
They got a bunch of different greens and a bunch of different other colors too.
Oh yeah, on the plants.
Yeah.
And the plants are just like everywhere and they're just gorgeous. It's like that. Is that a weed, sir? Because that looks like something I would put in a plant, a jar or a vase. Like, it's just gorgeous. And the other thing that was really cool to me, because you see all this greenery everywhere. So to me, my hazards go off because I'm also not a bug person. So, babe, we got to be looking up here. I've been looking here at us. We just got this monitor thing connected, and I've been looking at the monitor, not y'all. Sorry. This whole time I'm looking, and then I was like, why am I looking down in the camera?
I've been with y'all.
Okay. Not me. Just count me out. I'm sorry. My bad. Rewind.
That's what's up, though. That's cool. We probably need to get that flow.
I need to look up here. Okay. What was I saying?
Damn.
Yeah. I was saying Okay. This is what I was saying. So, seeing all the greenery, for someone like me who does not like bugs, when you see a lot of trees and bushes and things like that, you automatically think, okay, be on the lookout. Bugs are somewhere. I did not see any weird bugs. I didn't see any big bugs. We saw a bunch of ants, like around where people were eating at.
No mosquitoes.
But no mosquitoes. There was like a couple geckos. We saw little ones. But no, like, you know how you always just see those bugs, they'd be like, oh yeah, this clearly is from someplace tropical. Mm-hmm. They don't have none of that. And I think it's because they're pretty strict on what they let in and out of their island. Like, we had to put our stuff through this machine and check it. And I mean, I don't know how fail-safe that is, but they really care about their island. And it is apparent. Like, the way they just operate and the way they talk about it. Oh my God.
Yeah, it makes you respect it a lot more too. You know what I'm saying? Understanding how deep their culture is, how much they respect it, what they go through to prevent negative
Right.
and the bull from coming over there. So they're very on it. And so when you come over there, you have no choice but to respect it. And, you know, they respect you for respecting. They're like, yeah, we really appreciate that for being a visitor and saying, hey, you know what I'm saying, this is not our land right here. This is theirs, and we're going to respect it. So that's what we did.
Yeah.
And it was dope.
I mean, you know, I feel like we kind of can go into another person's land and understand that. What goes on for them or what works for them doesn't mean that you get to have all of that.
For sure.
I feel like just being people of color, you just get that. It's not for you.
Yeah.
You can enjoy it, but stop here.
Yeah.
And we don't have to question it. I don't need to know why. You said this is what I can get. I'm glad, I'm grateful, and I will keep on my way.
For
right?
Sure. For sure.
And to hear some of the stories from some of the locals that live there of the disrespect that happens just because I think that they think there's somebody they kind of pull that like I'm an American card where it's like you do realize you're still in the States and nobody cares here.
It's funny how fast people
Nobody
forget
cares
that when they get over there. But that's how different it is from everyday life.
I mean, it does feel like
Stateside.
another country.
Is that what you call it? Stateside?
Yeah. But yeah, it's a very beautiful place. And I think, like we were saying, the people, to me, are really what made it so beautiful. I don't want to say hesitant. I was cautious because, you know, in researching, going on trips, you know, you're watching videos, you're reading things, you're watching TikToks, and just kind of getting an idea of what you can do there. Well, in that research, you also see videos of people who do live there that are saying like, okay, but y'all are coming here and you're messing stuff up. Like, stay away. You're messing it up. You're messing it up. And so I kept kind of catching those videos closer to we were leaving. So I'm like, crap.
Really?
I don't think they even want us to come. And so, you know, you're just kind of conscious about it, and you want to be on your best behavior and just say like, listen, I'm just here to have a nice time, no problems. When you act accordingly, they act accordingly. Like, we had some of the best encounters with, I don't think we had one bad one.
I was just going to say, I don't think we had a negative encounter.
Well, the only ones we had that were kind of so-so were from people that thought they were from America. That thought they were from America.
The ones that look like us?
The ones that didn't look like. Oh, we had a couple of those too.
Yeah.
We had a couple that looked like us. You know, tell them what the weird thing is about that. Why that's weird.
I mean, for me,
because it's weird.
I'm the type of brother that when I see anybody of color, but mainly when I see my brothers and sisters, you know what I'm saying? If I make eye contact with you, we get eye contact, I'm gonna give you a head nod. You know what I'm saying? If you're a dude, if you're a lady, I'm you know, how you doing? Mm-hmm. You know, something like that. And I find it a little bit weird when people don't get that back. Something that's been embedded in me since I was a kid. I've always done it, and I understand times are different now. I just don't understand it. So
it's almost like sunken place to me. It screams sunken place.
Yeah, I mean, hey.
But you know what? I don't know. That could totally be a judgment. And
that's cool.
And here's the other thing. I know a lot of people don't like to say that people have like social anxieties and just don't like doing that. Mm-hmm. They're not comfortable doing that all the time. So I don't want to say that across the board, but you can tell the ones that are just awkward and uncomfortable versus the ones that want to make it clear we are not the same.
Yeah, the one that when they see you and they start sucking on that straw, and I look down, I'll be like, ain't nothing else in that glass. Stop sucking on that straw. You make eye contact with your brother and be like, what up, man? You know what I'm saying? That's all it is. But it is what it is, man. That's just probably my little pet peeve. I don't need to, you know what I'm saying, inflict that on anybody else, but that's my thing. You know what I'm saying? If you give it to me, I'm definitely giving it back.
And then we had one couple that gave us some beer and stuff at the resort the last day, which was really cool. And so it was kind of friendly, and we were leaving to go to the airport around the same time. Well, they had rented a car. We'd already turned our car back in, and we were waiting on the taxi. Well, we were leaving way ahead of them, and our taxi still hadn't came, which is another thing about the island. You're not going nowhere in a hurry. Mm-hmm. You're just not going anywhere in a hurry. You're going to get there when you get there. They're kind of just on island time.
Yeah.
And there's not a whole lot of taxis to catch. Not a lot of Uber drivers are driving because we learned that the island is like one way. It's just a big circle and there's only 2 lanes. And so if something really crazy happens, you're stuck. And so you kind of just, it's not really profitable for them.
Yeah.
But anyway, so this couple, we were waiting for our taxi, and then the lady was like, "Are you guys still waiting?" And I was like, "Yeah, it's cool. It's on its way." So then she comes back like 25 minutes later with their things, and they're getting ready to leave. And she's like, "Honey, we can take them. We can take." And he was like, "Oh, honey, we don't." We just have all the stuff in the back. And we were in the back, and she's looking at him like, "We don't have anything in the back. It's just us, honey. It's just." And
he don't want no parts of that.
He did not want us in his back seat, which I mean, okay, it's cool. Yeah. But you know, fortunately, the airport was just down the way, like a couple miles, and we ended up getting there with plenty of time.
Yeah.
But while we were there, what were some of the things we did?
All right, so let's just say like the first day we checked in.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I think we freshened up a little bit. We didn't even freshen up. We checked in. And we did wash face, you know what I'm saying, brush teeth and all that. Then we went downstairs and we went and sat by the fire pit and we had our first drinks and we was chilling. And then that was like the first time we had encounters with anybody because people came and sat around us. We were the first ones there. Mm-hmm. People came and sat around us. There was this group of guys that was together. They're like frat brothers.
Right.
And then you had another couple over here.
The older couple. They were just like the older drunk white retired couple.
Yeah, and then you had the other couple that was like she was sitting on his lap. They were kind of
they were like cutesy and
so it was like a eclectic group of people. The first night and it was like it kind of set the tone. Yeah, it set the tone
because really the group of people that were there. I feel like we probably would never normally just be chit-chatty because everybody's on vacation mode. Mm-hmm. So people are a lot less guarded and more friendly and you're just kind of like ready to talk or ready to be like, yeah, let's do something different. So it was just a very like, and the music was going, the little ukulele music was going, then the lights, they had the torches lit up and it just set the ambiance. It was like a super nice vibe.
Yeah.
So yeah, that was our first night. So then we get up to our room, which was just really a modest room. Like it wasn't bad, it wasn't great.
Yeah, it was just a regular room.
The only thing that I wish had been a little bit different is the view from the room. We had a great view when you stood and looked this way. Mm-hmm. But if you look straight ahead, there was like the utility area, like they had where their generator was, which we kind of heard buzzing a couple times.
Yeah, we did.
And then on top of that, Kauai is infiltrated with cockadoodle-doos, a bunch of freaking roosters.
They're everywhere. They walk down the street like stray dogs.
Yeah, they're everywhere. More than stray dogs. Like you don't see that many stray dogs walking around.
Yeah, it's a lot. It's a lot.
They're everywhere. And where we were at, it seemed like they were just nested right by our room because they were going off all day long.
And first thing in the morning.
Of course. That was the cool thing about Hawaii, though. The time difference was that we gained 2 hours.
Yeah.
So we didn't really ever have to do the like sluggish jet lag thing.
No, we didn't.
That was really dope.
It was dope. So I can't remember
the next day
what day was the
Super Bowl. Next day.
Was it the Sunday?
Yeah, that's Sunday.
Yeah, so the Super Bowl was dope.
Yeah.
So I watched Super Bowl in a bar at the resort, and we ended up scoring like the table with the high back straw chairs and whatnot. Nice table. Me and you was sitting there, and he had direct view, and we sat up there watching the game, and it was a nice crowd in terms of the ambiance.
Right.
But it was like it was real chill for the first Super Bowl that I had since I've been out. That's what I was thinking about. I was like, this is hella chill. But I got my drink on. Yeah. I had my wife with me who was looking.
Was I cute that day? Yeah, was that the? Oh that yeah. You know that thigh's heavy.
No, it's not. That one will feel good.
They were cute. I like you in your little fit. Get behind you. Yeah. Do what?
Like that.
Oh.
Take a picture.
First of all.
Take a picture.
This one. I was cute.
The colorful joint.
I will show you guys a picture. I was pretty cute. Hey, you guys! Before I even say that, let me plug my Instagram because if you are subscribed to my Instagram, you would have seen all of our Hawaii because I posted quite a few videos and in my stories. And then now that we're talking about it, I probably will post some more because I've been waiting to post more things or more pictures and videos about the honeymoon. So go to the SpiceLifeTv on Instagram. I will put that down here somewhere on the screen. And then you can make sure you get to see all of the videos.
Yeah, for sure.
And pictures.
That's what's up.
So we watched the game. Everything was chill when Mary J. Blige came out. Oh, when Dr. Dre and Snoop Dogg. Oh, God. That was so good to me. Even Kendrick Lamar. I mean, I love Kendrick Lamar.
Yeah. It was.
They were all good. It was good to see everybody. They all did a really great job. Mm-hmm. The show was dope. We were hype. The crowd was not as hype as we probably wish they were. Mm-hmm. But we were in Kauai, and they were retired.
Yeah, very chill. Very chill.
You know, they were just kind of chilling. And a lot of times the younger people, which we learned, were very much island hopping. Mm-hmm. So they'd be there for like a day or two, and then they go someplace else. They're not spending their whole weekend because they want the things to do. But for us, man, that was perfect speed.
That's what we had enough of, things to do.
That was perfect speed. So, we were so good.
But I remember during the halftime show, I was getting a lot of calls and texts. Well, I was getting a lot of texts, I should say calls, from cats and whatnot. And it was dope. It was a dope halftime show. Never thought I'd see something like that. I remember it was a time it was like you would never see nothing like that. And so it was like real dope to see them put it on the front lines, because that's a culture that nobody talks about. Nobody says that they're biting it. Nobody does that. They just do it every single day. And so it was dope for them to put it on the front lines like that in the Super Bowl and get their props.
Yeah. Dickie suits and Chucks at the Super Bowl. This man is so happy. He is living his best life.
I was tight.
That was good.
I was with it.
So we watched the Super Bowl, and then I think we got in the pool. Oh, that was my first night in a bikini.
That was.
Y'all.
That was.
I was trying to put my inhibitions down. And because, for one, I don't know if y'all watch her, because I love her. Her name is Miss Jemima. She's this plus-size beauty queen. I just love her to death. And she's super body positive. But I've been watching all her videos lately, and I was like, you know what? I'm going to get in the bikini, too. Mm. It was nighttime, it was dark, and it was over in the corner, but I still did it. And I was cute.
You was very cute. And you didn't have to drop no ambitions or none of that. You look good. I was out there like, yeah. And you know, I ain't with the water and all that, but I had to get in the water with my baby.
Girl up.
It was dope.
He hyped me up. But I haven't quite graduated to daylight yet, but we'll see. Maybe on our next trip, which we already have booked.
We do.
So yeah, we hung out in the pool. We met this couple that were taking, like, she was out there taking these like professional pictures with her phone.
Yeah.
And then offered to take some for us, and it was also so that we would take some for her. And I'm over here in this bikini, butt up on the ground, trying to get this angle to get these cool pictures because she did such a good job for us. But they were nice.
You sure did had
I had my booty up. I was like, girl, you gave a whole show.
Yeah, you did.
Didn't even get no dollars for it.
No draft or nothing, because you got out the hot tub to do that.
I was focused on the mission.
Yeah, for sure. That was dope.
Okay, so then what did we do that Monday? Is that when we went? I think
that's when we went on our sea cruise.
It was that Monday.
It was that Monday. We went on the sea cruise.
We went to that beach. That's what we did. We went to the beach. To the beach. Remember? And we were like getting beat up by the waves.
Yeah, we went to the beach.
That was so much fun.
That was dope. We went to the beach, y'all. Listen, first of all, we go to Walmart, get some coolers.
We did.
We get a cooler, some food, some ice, some drink. We out there at the
hours.
Beach. We got the chairs, we got the umbrella. We chilling, right? It's a commercial. It's one of them beach commercials, right?
It literally was. I'll post it. I'll put that in here.
And then we literally walked out to the water, and we was doing the cutesy holding hands and the feet in there and all that. And then
because we've been talking about doing that forever. I always told him I love being on the water, walking with you, holding hands, feet in the sand. And he's always like, I ain't putting my feet in the sand. I ain't doing that. And I was like, dude, you gotta feel how good this feels. So he was gonna try to be wearing Chucks on the beach, y'all. My baby on the beach. With Chucks in a sweatsuit. What's a sweetheart? I love him.
Look at this dog.
That's my baby. Are you feeling it? Look at this. I know. It's a thing when you can actually realize and watch your dreams come true. That is a
It's
wonderful
happening.
day.
We're standing in the middle of it right now. This is dope.
I said you cannot wear Chucks
Listen.
on the beach.
I grew up around Venice Beach. I've been on Venice Beach since the beginning. And at the same time, I ain't never been on the beach without a pair of Chucks. Never, y'all.
Okay,
so I was like, I'm not going out there with no bare feet. I put the feet in the sand.
He did, and
It
you
felt a little
liked
bit
it.
different.
Don't say okay. He liked it. He
It
turned
felt-
into a whole beach well out there.
It felt a little bit
He
different.
was a whole
It was dope.
flopping walrus out there in the
was dope.
waters
It was
on the
dope.
beach.
Nah, because remember we was talking and I just took off and ran.
He did.
I ran and jumped in the water. I was like, because I knew it was gonna be cold. I knew it was gonna feel weird. I didn't want to be. I'm not timid about nothing, so I was like, I'm just gone. And then next thing you know, I hit the water and I come up and I can't breathe because the wave hit me straight on. And I'm looking at you and you're talking like.
Because I said, why didn't you tell me to push film? Because I didn't know you were gonna do that.
you had to
And I
follow.
had my camera, and then he just takes off, and I was like, why didn't you say push play?
That's just us. Y'all ain't gonna get that one. Y'all ain't
ain't
gonna hear
gonna
about
get
it. Y'all ain't gonna see it. But yeah, that was dope. We spent all day there, all day. We had music going.
We did.
We were singing
We
along.
were singing on the beach.
So listen, you turn on my fire, baby. And you move me up Baby, look again. You turned on my fire.
Get it, baby. Sing it. Find that note. Find it. There you go.
Show me what love could do.
Fire and desire.
Yeah, we had our own spot. Nobody bothered us. We didn't bother nobody.
Nobody bothered us at all.
It
We
was
were
dope.
just doing our thing. It was so nice. And I think you kind of were able to learn my joy and appreciation for the water on that day. Because it is so healing to me.
Yeah, it felt good.
It's
it was
just,
different. You know what's funny?
So beautiful.
When we first got go back just a little bit. When we first got to the spa and we turned into it, I don't know if you noticed it, but as soon as you turn into it, start driving down that thing, you start to hear waves. Mm-hmm. And you hear waves when you're in the lobby.
You can't see them.
And you can't see them.
Yeah.
You hear waves when you're in the lobby. It's not like right there, but it's like the backdrop
like
of
white
sound.
noise,
It's
yeah.
like white noise. And so it's like the whole time we were there, we heard waves. And that was one of the things that I missed the most when we first left.
Honestly, like, just thinking about it literally makes me kind of invoke some kind of emotion out of me. Like, I could cry. It is my most favorite place to be is on the water. Now, being in the water is a little different. I'm not scared of, like, water per se, but I don't like water I can't see the bottom of, and I don't like huge bodies of water because it's just so big, it's kind of scary. Mm-hmm. But
Yeah, you black.
yeah, I mean, and I can swim enough to save myself. I can't save you or anybody else. So it's kind of just like one of them things where I love to be on it and appreciate it, but being in it, I'm a little hesitant. So when Babe was like, I see him out there just jumping like literally a dolphin. He's just doing all these jumps in the water, splashing, being a kid. I was like, I'm gonna get out there too. And I was out there, but I was like, I'm not gonna get out there too far. Well, he's out there, so I felt safe enough to go. And I did more than I would normally do on the water because he was doing it and having so much fun. And we ended up just like literally I don't know why this is making me laugh. Literally, we were just sitting on the shore, like waiting for the waves to come up.
Yeah, we was. I forgot about that. That was dope.
And at first, it was just kind of little splashes, and then he goes out further, and I then follow him and go out further. And the waves just started coming and literally whooping our tails. But it was so much fun because, you know, he's not little, and you know, you see me, I'm not little either. But them waves were literally like flopping us over.
Yeah, it was beating us up.
So at one point, I have my sunglasses on, and I see this wave coming, and I'm like preparing for it because I have him kind of in front of me thinking it's going to brace it. That wave comes over me and knocks my glasses right off my face. Well, I'm going to try to grab my glasses, so I'm reaching, trying to grab the glasses, and I think you thought I was trying to be cute and reaching for him, and he goes, oh, and my glasses just go zoop.
Yep. I showed Reese her
Like,
hand.
my glasses!
Gone. Gone.
It's like, ain't nobody touching your hand.
Listen, those guys was gone. Listen, they got broke up by the tie and everything.
Yeah, them glasses was gone.
They left so quick. But listen, we got knocked around and everything. I remember one time we got knocked around, and like when the wave finally receded, I was on all fours, like dripping. And then I look up, and she was across from me, and she was like she was on threes. You know, like 2 legs and 1 arm. And I said, babe, you popping out.
Whole titty. My yitty
out,
was
y'all.
my yitty was like
out, y'all. Out.
I'm like, yes, so much fun. And my yitty was just
Yeah.
Whew, that was so funny.
That was dope. That was fun. So we set our asses down after a while.
We did. Oh, that's how I got my knees all scraped up.
That's right.
Remember, I was like, my knees hurt, and I couldn't think of why, but it's the sand.
The rocks, yeah.
They were all raw and tender. Every time some water would touch them, they'd be like, yeah, but we had a blast.
We did.
We ended up renting a car through Turo. So y'all check them out because the car rentals are ridiculous.
Yeah, for sure.
And when we originally had a car, and we were like, when we had all the fiascos with the refrigerator, the pipe, all this stuff, we were just like, we don't want to do nothing. Let's just turn the car back and save that money. But then when we get there, we kind of started to see that there was a lot of little things to do that were close by, that just walking would have not been inconvenient. And like I said, Ubers and taxis are just not available like that. So we hooked up with this dude on Turo, and it was another brother that moved down there a few years ago.
I think he said like 13 years ago.
Yeah, he was military, kind of got out, stayed down there. And so him and his wife do a bunch of different things. So he came in, actually picked us up to take us to the car. And he had this little baby in the back seat with me sleep. I was like, this is just different.
This is super chill.
But I loved it. Like, he was hella cool. So then he gave us with the car, it gave with us the chairs and the cooler and the umbrella. So we were beach ready, and it was nice. And we had that for a couple days. So then we, that next day, after we did the beach day, what did we do? I can't remember what we did on that Tuesday.
The next day was the cruise.
I don't know. The days are kind of running together now.
They are running together. It's been too long.
Yeah.
But the next thing we did was the excursion, right?
I think the next big thing we did was the excursion. And that is where really it kind of changed the whole trajectory of the trip, which we are so grateful for that change. It was such an unexpected change, unexpected surprise to it. So we had planned to go on this excursion to the Nepali Islands, I believe.
Yeah.
And it was this little catamaran boat. Not really little. It was a good-sized boat. And they did a snorkeling tour, and then you would get to go to these islands and just do a nice, 3-hour boat ride, 4-hour boat ride. It was a good amount of time. You get lunch on the boat. There's drinks. There's all this kind of stuff. So we wanted to do that because I've been wanting to get on a boat forever. I just love it. So we did it. We get on this boat, and when we get on there, we kind of meet the staff a little bit, get our spots, and just kind of hanging out, checking everything out. And it was cool. We started going. It took off smooth. It was just like a normal ride. And then when it started to get like really cool was when we got to the first island or the first little stop and people were snorkeling. Now, me and Babe weren't really necessarily ready to do the snorkeling thing.
We ain't there yet.
It was a lot for both of us for different reasons. But we both had said, like, are we going to regret it if we don't do it? He was cool. I was cool. I mean, it was out in the ocean. Even though you had your life jacket on and it was a clear day, it just was a lot. Like, we were kind of like, let's just put our legs in, or that would have been more my speed. So we were on the boat still just kind of watching everybody. And when we were watching, this big old sea turtle just comes up and pops up. Because our friend will tell you about him, Caleb. He's like telling this girl, like, there's a turtle under you. And she's just like, I know, it's so pretty under there. Yeah. And he's like, no, like, legit, there's a turtle under you. And she's just like, where? And literally it comes up like right in front of her.
Right in front of her.
Big old turtle. And he
just stayed there.
For probably a good 2 minutes. And I'm over here recording. Nothing. I wasn't recording the whole time.
Spice, y'all.
Gosh! I was just like, look at it, it's so cool. Thinking like this is gonna be the best story ever. Nothing.
Be all right, baby.
gosh, what's
Yeah,
wrong
right.
with me?
So, during that time, that was during the snorkeling that we were up on the boat that we actually started to talk to the workers, which were a guy named Howie. We started speaking with him first, and he was just kind of giving us a little history and kind of throwing some of his own history, his past in there, just kind of giving us a little rundown. He just kind of recognized us as cool people.
Howie's dope.
Yeah,
He's
while
really
people
cool.
was snorkeling, me, my wife, and Howie was just sitting up there talking about everything.
Yeah.
And it was just like boom, instant friendship kicked off. I didn't even know what happened.
Yeah, Howie's dope. He's just like really. He's funny. He's not bad to look at, but he has a girlfriend lately, so back off. But Howie's cool. He's like just a regular dude. Like if you're cool, he's gonna be cool. He meets your energy with that. So he's telling us like funny stories. He's telling us about different people on the boat, like stuff that's happened to people on the boat, other just stuff. We're just hanging out.
Yeah.
So then he invites us kind of up to closer to the front, because up at the front is where you can kind of get a spot, and the boat kind of does a little more rocking.
Yeah.
And they had said to us at the very beginning, like, keep your legs straight. When the boat bounces, don't bend your knees, because that'll be your instinct. But when the momentum comes and that bounce comes back down and your knees is up, there you go. And it is hard, because that is your instinct to when you feel the bounce, you want to go with it.
Yeah.
And I kept having to remember to just like tighten my knees. But me and you got up to the front. We were on the side at one point in the front, and then we ended up in the middle. And that was the most fun ride.
Yeah, it was dope.
It was like a wet roller coaster.
It was dope. Like we splashing.
I mean,
we
just
going up. And there was
bopping.
times where we were go on top of a wave and
Yeah.
couldn't see the other
Couldn't
side.
see because it's so big, and it'd be like the first couple times. Weren't you kind of like, oh my god, what? Because it's like, wait, you guys, nobody's panicking, but this wave is huge.
Yeah.
Like, I know y'all had to see that.
Yeah.
Everybody's just doing their thing, and my heart's like, oh my god, this is it. We're done. And no, here we go.
No, see, that's what I was thinking when I was panicking and nobody's paying attention when you and Howie was talking and that other boat was coming. And at the time, y'all, we going like 80 knots, right? I don't really know. We going like 80 knots. I don't know. But we speeding though, and this other boat's coming and they just talking. I'm like, hey, y'all, hey, like. Cause I'm on this boat and I ain't been on no boat in hella, and I'm tripping. You know what I'm saying? But everybody was out there real calm, and I think the calmness of the staff, them knowing, that they knew what they were doing.
Yeah.
And I just felt like 100% safe on that.
You know what was really dope though is like hearing when like the what do you call it? The captain or the pilot?
Captain.
The captain would kind of tell us about a different area or a piece of history, and then hearing Howie and Kai's their like more in-depth personal, because they're from Hawaii, take on these different little things. It was just like to see people who have such a passion for their culture, and they have not only a passion for it, but like when they talk about it, you almost become envious that you don't have that same connection
to history, to your own history.
To yours. Like it makes you be like, you need to do better.
Now you said Howie and Kai. We haven't told him who Kai is yet.
I know.
So
go ahead
and tell him.
Oh, okay. So Kai, we love Kai. I love Kai. We both do. Kai was another worker on the boat. What are they called? You call them just staff?
I just call him staff. I don't want to call him.
But he's so much more than that. Like, he's not just a staff member. Like neither one of them. All of the people on the boat did such a great job. But Kai and Howie specifically, we spent quite a bit of time with them. And I forget how we started talking to Kai, because he was talking a lot to Caleb and Rudy and B. So when we were doing when we first had got on the boat and people were getting ready to snorkel, I saw this one guy. He was a very tall gentleman with some beautiful baby blue toenails. And I saw his toenails and I was like, okay. I already was like, yep, that's going to be my guy on this boat. And so Caleb, somehow we ended up somewhere with Caleb, and we're chit-chatting, and he's kind of telling us about him. We're telling him about us. Is that when we found out where we were from? I don't even think we found out yet, because we didn't even know Caleb's name for a while.
No, yeah, I don't even remember where we found out.
We just, getting to know people. And so that was how we established with Caleb. Well, Caleb and his friends, which we learned, Caleb hooked them up. He connected his two friends, and they're married now, and like two of the best people on the planet.
Yeah.
Anyway, Caleb kind of was like, yeah, we're going to spend Valentine's Day together, which he also was their officiant. So he connected them and married them, kind of like Zach and T-Mac too.
Yeah.
I just realized that. Anyway, so we're there. We're kind of like hearing the story and everything. It was really cool. And we're like, yeah, they owe you a vacation. Well, later on, we see Kai, who's the other worker we're telling you about. He's talking to them, and they're having a good time. And Howie's talking to us, and we're having a good time. It's kind of like we were the two pockets of people of color.
Yeah. That's exactly what it was.
And the two groups, and then they were with us, which you know how that goes. So everybody's kind of just chit-chatting, and then somehow we start talking with Kai too. I don't remember how that goes, but Kai, another nice, very handsome man, like very nice to look at. Even my sister, did I tell you? She was like, who is that? I said, he is married. Do not. Yeah. But so Kai ended up letting us know that he was actually in Hobbs and Shaw. He does some acting. He was telling us how he was, connected with The Rock and their relationship and everything, and how that whole thing went, and the things that The Rock does, and all of it. It was just really cool getting to hear his story on that. But we all just kind of really bonded.
We did. I think it was after lunch, and Kai kind of just came over and started talking to us. Because there was a lady on board who had a few Mai Tais, and we were joking about her.
Yeah.
And he had called her like Mai Tai lady or something.
Yeah,
or
Auntie Mai Tai or something
she was
that.
feeling it. And so we were kind of joking about that. Then he was kind of telling us about other people on the boat and kind of like ignorant stuff people do when they think they know everything. And then that just kind of blossomed to a whole thing. And so we made plans on the boat that night to go to the karaoke.
Troy's. If you're ever in Kauai, go to Troy's. It's a family-owned restaurant or bar. I think it's bar restaurant-ish. No, because they have food. I can't remember.
No, I think people were bringing in their own food.
Yeah,
but it's a bar.
It's a bar. They serve you popcorn, and it also turns into a karaoke bar.
Yeah, for sure.
So we on the boat, they had told us about a couple different little places, and one of the places where we docked, that we got off the boat, was right by Glass Beach. Mm-hmm. And that's when we went with, we were talking to everybody like, yeah, we'll go to Glass Beach. And then they were like, yeah, you guys should come to Troy's tonight. Mm-hmm. So we were like, okay, let's do that. And we had full intentions, but in my mind, I really was like, we're going to go home, take a shower. I don't think we're going. But I still really wanted to go because I was thinking you weren't going to want to go. Mm-hmm. And I know you were thinking I wasn't going to want to go. But we wanted to go. So we show up there, like 8? 7, 8, something like that.
Yeah, about 8:30 because the karaoke started at 9.
Right. So when we get there, there's some live music going in. We walk in, and it literally I was not expecting that many white people, honestly.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a lot of white folks in Hawaii.
Yeah, for sure.
Which, I mean, I guess they're everywhere, but I was just not expecting them to be that in everything. I don't know. Anyway, but when we walked in, it was very white, but still very much you could see a lot of local people there that were just like, oh, okay, what's going on here? And they had some local people singing, but you didn't feel unwanted or unwelcome. It wasn't like a, record scratch. And they're like, who are these people?
Yeah, they're definitely very well aware that tourists are around. And to tell you the truth, when many tourists are around their everyday life, they're very patient.
I mean, they are so patient.
If you really think about it.
Because of the people that come.
Yeah, for sure.
I mean, just like...
Yeah, they treat us real well. So,
they really
So we walk up in the bar, and we sit down with a guy that we don't even know, but it was space there, and I think we was the first one
There
to
were
show
like
up.
communal tables, just long tables. You just get a spot.
Yeah, so then we seen Kai, met his wife.
Yep.
She was there, and the Kai is like a Jamaican in terms of he works jobs. The brother works jobs.
That is a hard-working brother.
So he walked off the boat and went there that night and bartended.
He did.
Until closing.
When we come in, he's back there shaking up drinks, and we're like, we thought you was going to kick it. He ends up picking up a shift and just starts working.
Yeah, so we get there and we see him, and it's on. It's like literally on. Then Caleb and Rudy and Bijaba came, and we had our whole party there.
Our whole crew.
We was doing our thing. And
so then the karaoke started. Mind you, there was a lot of different people in that place. Like, it was a good amount of folks.
Yeah, for sure.
And then there was this one table that they brought in food. Like, it was food that was prepared at home. Like they had their dishes and everything.
Tupperware
and I was like, damn, is that for the group? Or is that just for this? Because it was a whole bunch.
Yeah.
And then we had this guy. We were sitting with this guy, Mike. He seemed like a really nice guy. He had told us he was a widower that had been there for quite a few years, but he was like, come and visit, but make sure you just go back home. And then there was just, different people coming in and out through the night. Well, then when karaoke came, it kind of packed out.
It did.
And we started singing karaoke.
We started acting asses is what we started doing.
Okay, let's get into it. Who sang karaoke between the two of us? Who sang first?
You did. Didn't you?
Oh, I sang with Caleb.
Yeah.
Me and Caleb did a duet. All My Life.
Yes. That's right.
So me and Caleb did that, which I love Caleb.
Yeah, Caleb's good people.
He's funny. He's got a very genuine sweetheart. He's
Absolutely.
He gets things. He just gets things. Like here's the crazy part we didn't even tell you. The beach. Okay, so B, Rudy, and Caleb, all of them are from Washington. They all from here, where we are. Caleb still lives here nearby, and they don't live far. I mean, they live far, but they have family up here. So we went all the way to Hawaii to meet folks that live in our state.
Reason for everything.
It's crazy. So we were going to plan to do dinner soon with Caleb. Sure. Yeah, so we were doing the karaoke, and then my boy over here, he decides that he's going to do him some karaoke. Mind you, he's got a couple back. So what song did you sing, babe? Now remember I set the scene. We walk in, it's a small bar, very small, very hometown bar, like kind of, I want to say necessarily a dive bar. Would you call it a dive bar?
No, not a dive bar.
It's just kind of one of those like neighborhood bars. There you go. Like a neighborhood, everybody knows your name.
Mm-hmm.
And like I said, it was a very mixed audience, very mixed crowd, but a lot of this. And older. And Babe decides to pick a beautiful melody.
Absolute classic cut.
Reserved. And it's the uncensored version too, by the way.
And reserved for karaoke in places like Kauai and...
Mind you, we're the only black folk.
And retirement homes.
So we're already out. We're already sticking out. Mind you, he walks in with his big beard and his big self. So already everybody's like, oh, okay.
So I picked 99 Problems and the Bitch Ain't One.
And he said it every single time.
I wasn't going to say 99 Problems and the Beep Ain't One.
He didn't just say it though, y'all. Say it how you said it.
99 Problems and the Bitch Ain't One.
In a microphone, really loudly and aggressive.
No, listen. Check this out. In my defense, I was just picking what I know. There wasn't a lot of songs in the book that catered to your boy. So... I get up there, do my thing.
You could sing Whitney Houston like
listen,
I did.
Bro. Listen, check this out. Check this out. Leave karaoke to the professionals. When I say professionals, I know karaoke is an amateur thing. I'm leaving that to the professionals. I ain't doing that no more.
He did a good job, though.
No, I didn't.
Everybody jumped in. Like, the people that knew it.
No, they didn't.
Well, that's true.
Caleb was with your boy. I'm getting to that. Caleb was with your boy from start to finish. But when you seen, I was like... Them 2-3 drinks getting to your boy. I seen you up there like you was with me. You was giving it up. I was like, okay, babe, she with me. I can finish it. Because I was ready to drop the mic.
Did that not seem like the longest version of that song?
It did.
It seemed like it was never ending. And then I could tell you were kind of like, this is long.
No, because in between the second verse and the third verse is a breakdown. I was like, I don't need to break down.
And it's hella long. I know.
I don't need to break down.
Funny.
So, yeah, we did that. And then you got up and you did your song.
I think I sang I Want to Dance with Somebody.
You did.
Yeah.
You did.
And then I sang with some of our other friends. I can't remember their names. Those other two girls, the couple.
I know.
She's a DJ, Lady something.
They were dope.
Oh, I'm going to see if I can tag her. Lady something. She's from Oakland. They're both from Oakland or live in Oakland. And the girlfriend was from Kauai. But they were really dope. And we sang SWV's Week.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
That was my jam. I love singing that karaoke.
They was hella cool, too.
They were hella dope.
Yeah.
We had a great, great, great time. So then Thursday came. What did we do Thursday? Because we hung out with them again.
Thursday is when we went to the beach.
Because we left on Friday?
We left on Friday.
Okay, you're right. I was thinking we left on Saturday, so you're right.
Yeah.
Thursday's when Kai and his wife invited us to the beach in front of their house. So they live, I can't remember where that was.
Yeah, but I'm gonna tell y'all this. They got a house, a street, and the beach. Mm-hmm. Literally, that's how it is. There's no interruption. It's right there. So we get there, we pull up, park on the side of the road, walk 20 feet, and there's the beach, and we are there. Kai's there barbecuing with his wife.
On the beach.
Just met us 2 days ago.
Well, his wife met us the night before.
Yeah, his wife met us the night
They're
before.
preparing us all kind of food. Like, they had all kind of food. They had the chairs out. They had the coolers set up. Literally, the beach is our view. Like, it was, oh my God. It was like
it was our grass.
It was crazy.
Like, we was literally,
it was really
on the barbecue, the water was our grass.
So picture perfect that it's almost like I can't even describe it to you. But fortunately, I do have some guys. Our new friends Kai and his wife invited us out to in front of their house. They live right across the beach. So they're having a bonfire and a cookout for us. They're getting ready for all the cookout stuff. That's everybody. And look where this is. Oh my God. Like, what kind of dream is this I'm living right now? What? We've spent the last 3 days with these folks that we just met on this trip. I'm so blessed. It's so much fun. Get those in there to you. Otherwise, check out my Instagram. Shameless plug.
Absolutely.
It was amazing. I mean, and that was really kind of what made the trip that night, because we all just started to have such a good time communing together. Mm-hmm. Just talking about life, talking about what brought us to Hawaii, talking about our life experiences, talking about things that we want to do in the future, like
how we met.
All
Each
of us
couple
telling
talked about how we met.
I mean, it was really magical.
Yeah, it was dope. And then was on top of that, the capper was actually the 1 year anniversary of me being home that night. So we're on the beach, and I was like, "Listen, we going to the beach tonight. I got to get a cigar." So Rudy and B and Caleb had came to pick us up to take us to the beach. We stopped and got something, and I was with my baby. I fired it up on the beach that night, and literally, y'all, the only thing lighting up the beach that night was the moon.
The moon.
The only thing lighting up. There was not a torch, nothing out there.
Nothing, and it was the most spectacular. I can't even when I kept trying to take video of it, it was just poo-pooing on what we could see.
Yeah, it was cool.
Like, you'll never see anything that captures how beautiful that was.
Yeah, it was cool.
And just the people that were there, like, it was such a I mean, I have been praying for just clarity on our path, on the next steps that we're supposed to do. Like, are we going in the right direction? Mm-hmm. Where do you want us to go next, Lord? And like, I want us to build friendships and relationships with people that can teach us things, and I want us to do this and that. Like, all these different things I've been praying about just for us as a couple to grow, and to randomly run into these people that are, I mean, when I tell you they fed our soul,
yeah, that was cool.
And in such a way that was so organic, and like, there was no, like, you just know that God was present. Like, there was no way that they could know that is what we needed from them without God putting those people in that same spot. And the reason I can also confirm that is because when we got back, we got the most touching, beautiful text from Rudy that was basically saying the same thing about how God had confirmed his prayers from that visit with us. Mm-hmm. And like, I'm having chills just talking about it. Like, it was such a real moment.
It was. It was definitely a divine intervention there.
Yeah.
And not to put too much on it. The thing is, you feel when there's a presence outside the people that are there. Mm-hmm. Number one, you feel that. Number two, as much of a blessing it was to us, that what Rudy sent you when we got back was show that we was a blessing to him too. So it was a lot of things working in conjunction that day, or that whole trip, I should say.
Yeah.
And there's nothing in our lives, nothing that we do on a regular basis or weekly basis that would have ever brought us to cross paths with those people unless we went to Hawaii.
We lived
So-
in the same state,
but
and
we
never had it.
We never would have crossed paths. So sometimes you just gotta let God do it. And what's funny is that, like she was saying, Spice was saying, she's praying about, you know, where we're going, and we both know where we're going. Sometimes we have to pray about how to get there, right? Because sometimes the path you may take during your journey may derail you, and so sometimes you have to just make sure you're praying and focusing and watching for these opportunities. And I'm saying that to say that meeting them was like one of those things. It was like, it was totally God saying, listen, you guys have each other. You found each other. There's ways that you can, you know what I'm saying, gain from each other. Not anything, you know what I'm saying, momentous or anything like that. It's just like, as far as like digging into each other, like you said, some growth, you know what I'm saying, build with each other. We need that outside of our marriage.
Yeah.
And it was good to see somebody that we both got along with, that we both like equally. You know what I'm saying? So it was real dope, and I look forward to see where relationships go in the future with them.
I really pray that they do continue, because they are really amazing people, and I don't think that we have any choice for that to continue. I don't know how it's going to happen, but I just don't think that on such a special day, like he said about him, that was the 1-year anniversary of him coming home from prison. And we were spending it. We canceled our other plans. Like, we had dinner, a beach dinner plan, and then they invited us to go to the beach with them, and we were instantly like, "Yeah, let's do that."
Yeah,
like,
let's
that's
do that.
way better. And like for me, I would never regret that decision. Like, that was the best thing, the best way for us to spend that. We were able to kind of share with them a little bit of our story and how that night, why that night was so special to us, and to really like. For God to just be able to, it was really like him showing you like.
Yeah, it's okay. Get it out. Get it out.
I just think that he used that to remind both of us that what we have in store, or like, we can't even imagine the blessings that he has for us, because him being home was already such a blessing enough. Us being able to go on a trip together is already a blessing enough, but like, for that to culminate on that day with those people, and it just was something that we both had been waiting for so long, and it was just such a great, the whole week was so great, but then just having it kind of end with them, and in that way, I just felt like God was just being like, I've been telling you to just hold on, like, it's coming, just ride with me, and what you think you're gonna get is just, this is just the icing on the cake. Like, don't challenge me, like, I got you. I got you. So just stay on the path, keep doing what you're doing, and I'll keep making a way. And I felt like he completely made a way for us, because that trip was more than what I thought it was going to be, and it just was, it was perfect. So much so that we're like, this is now going to be an annual thing. Like, it is something that we're going to do together to kind of commemorate our relationship.
Sometimes when you haven't done something in a while, or haven't done anything at all, you can go to a trip like Hawaii and adopt it and be like, oh, I'm going back and it's everything and everything. We're not putting extras on it. It was literally a dope experience, because me and Spice is two people that analyze conversations. We analyze interactions, you know what I'm saying? Because we're always trying to see what we can give to it and we can get out of it. And this is one of those things that it wasn't after we left them that night. It wasn't the next day. It wasn't when we came home. It was that night that we kept saying, this is God. I remember having my arm around you saying, this is God is here, babe. Like, we recognized it then. So understand the feeling that we're feeling in the moment, it was amazing.
Yeah.
It was amazing.
It
So
really was.
we definitely want to go back for sure. You good, Spiggity?
Man, I'm telling you, so just so y'all know, like, I just recently restarted therapy, and one of my assignments is to let myself feel my feelings in real time. So when you were talking before, I felt myself getting it, and I was like, okay, just like be cool, and I was like, wait, no, your assignment, you got to do your assignment. So then I was like, okay, just talk it through, and then you see what happens.
I do.
So all this emotion, just know your girl is open.
Yeah, but this will do it to you, you know?
Yeah.
I think the last thing we did after saying goodbye to them, knowing we was gonna see them, that was the last time we was gonna see them during our trip.
Yeah.
Our massage. Tell them about the massage.
Oh my!
We did a couples massage, spa wrap or something like that.
It was a scrub. They did. Okay, so we originally were gonna just do massages on the beach, but then for the price, I saw that the next package was you got way more things. Like there was a massage kind of built in, but you got these scrubs, you got like these wraps and these creams and all this stuff. So I was like, let's just do that. Mm-hmm. So we went into the little spa place. And we had these two young ladies. They had this room. It was just a regular old plain room. And the little, I love those heated beds, though. I kind of want one of those for myself. Anyway, when I tell you, I'm one of those people, I don't want you, like, trying to work out my tension. I just want you to rub me with some firmness. Like, don't be in there because I'm too sensitive and it hurts and it's not enjoyable. But if you just kind of give me, like, full palm and give me some pressure, out. And that woman rubbed me to sleep.
Yes, she did.
She sure did. And you too.
She did. And I didn't think she was gonna get me, but she did. And
gotcha.
And a couple times I woke up and I was like, okay, you ain't gonna get me because I want to enjoy it. I don't want to go to sleep the whole time, even though I know being asleep is a signal that is good.
He missed the whole part of the service. He was like, "Did she ever put that stuff on?" I was like, "That was the whole last part."
The last thing that she was doing, she sat above my head and she started working. She was doing me a head massage, scalp massage.
Scalp massage.
And I was like, okay, I'm gonna stay up for this because this is like one of my favorites. Man, I was gone like 2 seconds later and woke up and she was like, "You're done, okay."
Well, and while he's gone, I'm over here being like, "Sorry guys," because he over here calling hogs. But you had one more volume level, and then I was gonna be like, "Wake him up."
Yeah, it felt good.
He was enjoying himself.
We needed the relaxation, honestly. You know, it's been a lot, and I don't. We gonna you know what I'm saying, lace up the boots. We gonna figure out how to do it. That don't mean at the end of it wasn't hard. That we ain't got sweat dripping, you know, that we ain't breathing hard. And that's what that vacation did. That vacation recharged us in a way that nothing else could have.
Right.
That's
I'm
real.
Very glad that we did that.
Yeah, it was dope. It was dope. Can't wait to go back.
Can't wait to go back.
That trip to Hawaii did a lot for me and my love here. You know what I'm saying? It, like we say, it recharged us. But I'm going to tell y'all something else it did, honestly, because there are a lot of situations that are very humbling. Right? And I seek out humble situations because I always want to be a humble man, right? So here we are. We in Hawaii and Spice taking pictures and all that type of stuff, and we having a ball. And Spice was sending some of the pictures and videos to just a couple every now and then to my boys. That's, you know what I'm saying, that I left behind, locked up, you know what I'm saying? That's gonna meet us out here one day. And so they get them, and they respond and let me know like how much somebody who came from our situation and just doing that in Hawaii affected them in a positive way, right? Yeah. And so what ends up happening is like it was so shocking to me that it got me emotionally. Mm-hmm. When my boy kind of wrote me a long letter saying, "Hey man, you just went from the 6x9 and now like a year later you out in Hawaii, you splashing in waves and all that." And it's nothing special in terms of like anybody in the world can do it. I'm not saying anybody in the world can go to Hawaii, but there's a lot of cats that come from where I come from that never will see that. Mm-hmm. And I'm talking about whether they go to the joint or not. And the cats that's in the joint that's getting out, they got a life to rebuild. That's something they probably never see. Mm-hmm. And so now just to see somebody that come from our situation, they're like, okay, I can do that. And that's all we want to do is we want to inspire everybody. People that's not incarcerated, people would never be incarcerated, no matter who you are. Mm-hmm. That did so much to an entire population. Yeah. That it's almost like you can't stop. You know?
But now you see why I don't.
Yeah.
I think there would be times where sometimes he probably gets annoyed because I'm like, we got to do a video for the guys. But that hope is all they got. Yeah. That little 30-second clip is the escape that they needed to just not end up in the hole that day. Mm-hmm. I mean, I know it was for you. Yeah. And I think now you can kind of see the other side on like what it takes to do that for people. Like you saw me. Like I'd be having to be like, okay, wait, we got to do it again and wait for the stupid thing to load up and stupid thing to send it. Yeah. But you have to do it for people to just help them have the hope to get through it. Yeah. Especially if you love them. And I love all my boys.
Listen,
I love them to death.
My guys, you know what I'm saying? And the thing is that, like, of course, you know how to support guys in the joint better than I do. You know what I'm saying? I love my guys. I support them and all that. But at the same time, back in the day before I went, my support was shooting a money order. Or, you know what I'm saying? Or shooting their mama some money for them to, you know what I'm saying? So supporting them looks different now because it's very hands-on. You know how to do that very well. And so that being said, it's almost like, okay, she's trying to shooting videos and all that, making sure that they have hope. Hope, boom. That's the key word with us, right? Because we spent so many years just digging for a reason to hope for something every single day. Every single day, trying to hope. What am I going to hope for today? Because everything seems, you know what I'm saying? It just seems like it's just dogging me down. And so if my dudes is like that, it's our responsibility to make sure that we give them something to hope for every single damn day.
Yeah.
And they'll have them videos forever.
They will. And you could hear it in their voice.
Yeah.
They were pumped.
Yeah.
They were pumped.
It was dope. So just understand that what we do has a bigger impact on other people than just people out there, just y'all world. You know what I'm saying? We got a whole community that we also, you know what I'm saying, trying to build up.
You saying us specifically or us collectively?
Us specifically, we're trying to help build other ones that y'all don't see or hear about, whatnot. You know what I'm saying? Like y'all don't know about them, but we need to uplift them every single day.
But we do want to bring them to y'all. We've been thinking about different ways so y'all can get to know some of them because their stories are pretty incredible and just. I mean, I think that I don't think that we've said from the beginning we're never trying to say that nobody deserves to go there. But I do think that sometimes you forget that the people that are there are still people, and they are sometimes amazing people.
Yeah, for sure.
And everybody, we all make mistakes, and we are literally one bad choice, one mistake away from doing that. And sometimes not even making a mistake. You could just be black. So that could happen too. Sure. So we have some things in mind that we're kind of like thinking about and chewing just to kind of, but we want to make sure it's going to be brought to you in a way that is providing something that's useful and not just like, exploiting them or just trying to like be some weird thing. Yeah. Like we want it to be useful.
And I'm gonna let y'all know I got a boy who's ready for y'all right now. So we're gonna tap into that, see if that's something we can work with.
Yes. But if you guys, like I said before, if you guys have any other ideas or any topics, please very much share with us. We would love that from y'all. Sure. But we just wanted to come on and tell you about our most amazing honeymoon. And I'm so grateful to be married to you. Yeah. You are the best. Yeah, for sure. I had the best time with you. We had a good time, so I'm excited. We traveled well together.
We did.
We didn't have any we didn't even do any of that.
No, it was cool. Yeah. The only thing that wasn't cool about that whole trip was probably airport stuff.
I was gonna say you could tell that your anxiety was different at the airport, and it's just because people be all and they call your number and everybody jumps up like we all have to get on this plane. The line is gonna be 1,000 feet for a long time. Why are y'all all just standing over me or over him? And we were sitting down and people were like standing. And it was a lot. It was a lot for me, and I could tell it was a lot for him.
I wanted to be like on a short.
I had to give him my neck fan, y'all, because he was sweating. I said, "You want my fan?" I was
like, "Man, I don't like this."
Yeah, when he started doing this, watch out.
Yeah,
it could go bad real quick.
Arnold Schwarzenegger in Commando fighting security in the mall. Look it up. That's what I felt like doing. Just so y'all know, look it up. I'm gonna show you later.
Well, y'all, we had daylight savings this last week, and it's still light outside, so I'm gonna make this man take me outside. We about to go play. Take me to dinner.
Yeah, we're gonna water the grass because we put some grass seed down.
No!
So we're gonna water the grass outside.
And then we'll go to dinner.
Bring our ass back in the house and cook something.
First of all, you ain't putting this face away. I beat this face up today. You taking it somewhere. Until next time, ladies and gentlemen.
We ain't going nowhere.
We will be back next week with another episode.
Something like that.
Yeah. But until next time, we will see you guys next Thursday. And like I said, all of my information will be at SpiceLifeTv. You can find me on all of the social medias, Instagram, Twitter, Gmail, all of the things. So until then, we will see you guys next time. We love you. Stay blessed.